Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Shalom Yasharala. Peace Israel. I like to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who I've learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, and to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Much love and respect unto you, brothers, pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom. Now more so than ever, may Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai continue to bless you and your households. I'm my brother Yawam, coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the Lord's elect. And just wanted to go into how, don't let your mind play tricks on you, man. Okay? That's why I opened up, with the scripture I opened up with. Okay? Because, having a plague of the mind, the dementia or, just spirits plaguing your mind, playing tricks on you, having you thinking all type of madness, that's not true. Okay? And, that's why fasting and praying is important. Okay? Because those things will remove those spirits off of you. Okay? And this being in this truth will teach you. Okay? Which I'm going to teach you today and show you today that our hearts, which is also our minds, are wicked, man. Okay? That's why we got to, ultimately lean on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because our minds will have us thinking something is right when it's really off. So Sirach 25 and 13 again, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of woman. So let's go here in Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9. Okay. The heart, or the Hebrew word is la'ab, is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So let's go here to the blue letter and go to that word heart.
Strong's H 3820.
It goes into this la'ab, Paleo Hebrew, and it goes into your inner man, heart, will, understanding, soul, mind, knowledge, thinking. Okay, conscience. So pretty much it's your mind. Okay. In the NLT, Jeremiah 17 and 9 reads, the human heart, or the human mind, is the most deceitful of all things and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is? And no one but Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Okay, because they're the ones that created the human mind. Okay. So let's see what Yahweh Shai says about things that come out of the heart. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse. Okay, I wrote that down. Let me get Matthew 15. Salakia. Yeah, here it is. Matthew chapter 15, verse 15. I'm going to read it in the NLT. Then Peter said to Yahweh Shai, explain to us the parable that says people aren't defiled by what they eat. Don't you understand yet? Yahweh Shai asks. Anything you eat passes through the stomach and then goes into the sewer. Right. Do digestion. Okay, you eat, it goes to, it digests, and then, you go use the bathroom. Verse 18, but the words you speak come from the heart, your mind. That's what defiles you. For from the heart comes evil thoughts, murder, adultery, all sexual immorality, theft, lying, and slander. Okay, so all these things that he just named, you know, is pretty much left hand energy, wickedness, and that all comes from out of your out of your heart, because you got to think it first before you spew it out. These are what defile you. Eating with unwashed hands will never defile you, right? So your heart, your mind can also defile you, have you going off. You're sitting here thinking that you're doing right, but you're going off. Let's go to Proverbs. I'm going to get 3 and 5 first. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. In the NLT, trust in Yahweh with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Right. That's why we got to completely, depend and cast our cares on Yahweh. Verse 7, don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Right. Trust in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai with all your heart, and don't lean or depend on your own understanding, man. Because, let me go ahead and get it. Because your heart, your mind will have you thinking you're doing right when you're going off, and it will convince you. Okay. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way where seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Yeah, your mind, like I said, your mind will have you sitting here thinking that you're right. And, will sit here and fabricate, all these different, excuses or whatnot to justify you and thinking that you're right. Okay. And, in the back of your mind, you're going off, but, just because, your mind, it'll play them tricks on you, have you thinking you're right, ultimately to please the flesh. So that's why it's important to rebuke them thoughts and, turn and lean onto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai instead of your own understanding. 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore, set thy house in order. Okay, and your house goes into yourself first and foremost. Okay, what does it say? If a man has no rule over his spirit, Proverbs 25 and 28, he that have no rule over his own spirit, okay, is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Okay, so that's why it's important to have control over yourself, because you don't want to be a city without walls can easily be invaded. And with you not having control over your mind, these demons can easily come in and invade your mind and, play tricks on you. So, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, those those thoughts that them demons will put in your mind, okay, having you thinking you right when you wrong. Cast away the burdens of man and put off now the weak nature. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Yeah. So it's only going to get worse in the world. We got bigger fish to fry. So it's important to get your mind under control now before, we get into that time. This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to Yahweh. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Okay. And, like they say, an idle mind is a devil playground. What else did they say about idleness? Because I remember it said something about it in the Apocrypha. Okay. Yep, Sirach 33 and 27, send him to labor that he be not idle. For idleness teaches much evil, right? Because you sitting there, you giving your mind time to fester, to let those thoughts creep in. That's why it's important to resist Satan, because you sit there idle long enough. That's why it's important to read or keep yourself occupied so your mind won't be idle. Okay, because an idle mind is the devil's playground. Verse 8, draw nigh to Yahweh, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, your minds, ye double-minded. Okay, and let me get one more. Matthew chapter 17, verse 19. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out by prayer and fasting. So yeah, sometimes we got to, fast and pray in order to, clean out those cobwebs in our mind, man. Okay, because fasting and praying remove spirits off of you. Okay, so just something to think about, man, in our walk, because Satan will, your mind will play tricks on you like that Ghetto Boy song. Okay, and we gotta have to combat that, man. And we have all the tools we need given to us in the scriptures, man. Fasting, praying, and casting all your burdens upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and he'll take care of the rest, man. So I pray and hope some edification came out of this lesson, Lord willing. Giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect. Shalom.